is actually playing.
Peter is playing Dragon Knight.
DK.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, this is just Tundra saying we're going to win our lanes. We're going to hit this 15-minute timing with our blinks, with our Helm of the Overlord, with our, Diffusal Pangolier, and we're going to run you over before you even get to having time to play this game. It's a statement in this draft for sure. It really is putting EG in a position of just having to perform.
It brings me back to the question I asked before the draft started. Do we feel that with the heroes they've gotten, that they've changed their approach to the game? Is it much of an adjustment, or is it quite similar?
This draft, I would say it's an adjustment, just because we're seeing a carry DK where I'm not seeing it scale like, he's going to have a great time, right? At some point, it's going to be a DK blinking in to, some Bloodseeker with a Skadi shard running around.
Yeah.
Tide, you're not going to be killing. So it's not the, wow, what an amazing carry DK game. It's more about the trust in the team, the philosophy of what they're trying to bring, and it does synergize with the overall draft, but it's a quirky one.
It's some like TI4 level death ball coming out of Tundra. It's pretty cool. I like it.
It's cool.
Okay, another death ball coming out from Tundra. We'll find out if it works out a second time around. Let's head over to for the game.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, game 2 here between EG and Tundra, and indeed a different approach from Evil Geniuses this time round. Do you like it more, and do you like it more than what Tundra's done here? Are you once again maybe scared of Tundra ahead quite early?
I'm scared of the pace. We've got Pugna, Beastmaster, DK. This is really all about taking towers, taking objectives early on, not giving space to a team like EG who likes to play. I mean, they do. The thing about EG is they're a bit weird because they do play early aggressive around those like 5 minutes around catapults and stuff like that, and trying to like get themselves an early advantage in laning phase and stuff like that. But lately, they're more of like this late game drafting team. I just think Tundra's not going to give them a chance to get to those stages. But I do think that this time around, EG's got a better draft than last time. They actually have ways to fight. And they have better core-to-core matchups. They actually have, they can use their heroes to actually body around those towers to fight. When last time it just felt like the game was over after the first 5 to 10 minutes.
Not easy. He has been found here. Bushwhack into the stun. Now block off his escape.
Who said you could stroll in?
Snaking to the blast.
They're not going to quite, or maybe the axes. Not going to quite get him. RTZ will live.
He got a little, he's got a little grin.
I mean, they certainly would there. You just had pretty much the whole team surrounding you on that first blood attempt, but not quite able to bring you down.
The stick saved him. Right. He popped the stick. He would have died 100% if he didn't have it. So nice for RTZ that he doesn't have to waste anything really. He just goes right back to base. He can walk back out. Now Ruins though does maybe see like Tundra might be able to claim themselves 3 perhaps, because they know the Bloodseeker can't be out on the map. So they're gonna try to body this one here. And yeah, it looks like it should be the 3 for Tundra because of that move. So a couple things to mention. I know Panel was talking about it quite a lot. First we'll watch Crit take significant amount of damage from Pugna and from DK. The Beastmaster, the Axes, right, versus this Bloodseeker. Pretty cool, and I think it is going to be the build that he goes for, since he is versus Bloodseeker and Enchantress. It's magical damage. So, Bloodseeker, he's got crazy armor.
Yep.
Axes, magic. So, we've seen 33 do this a lot. And we'll see how it ends up going for him.
Let's have a look. Sorry, it's on. He's going to play down here, helping out Nightfall.
This is quite a strong lane from Tundra. A lot of people don't really look at Pugna as this like crazy harasser, but this hero is insane as 4 and 5. The amount of pressure that you just put off from right clicks. You have great animation, great nuke, insane mana pool. Crit's gonna start pulling since they're double melee versus this lane. Double blocks the camps. Nicely done from Crit.
Not a lot that Snaking can do. No. Mess with this sort of move.
That is the one thing. It's like, Pugna, great harassment, great ways to zone heroes and stuff like that, but you're not going to be able to stop anybody from pulling lanes. Now we see top, Jarex, he's just gone for the heal in this lane. Try to offset some of that pressure from the Axes. Snaking with some cool positioning. Love when the 5 positions do this, when you do see people pulling. Does have to watch out for being tossed, though. They're pinging.
I mean, they're trying.
Has to be careful for this. He's gonna die. Tier 2 versus like...
Alright, yeah, he weren't ready for that one. He weren't ready for that. Easy first blood for Nightfall there, thanks to Crit in the top.
I think it's a big mistake from Snaking, honestly, because he knew he had toss. He used it earlier, so just stepped a little too close. Maybe he thought he was playing right around like the max range of the toss, but Great play from EG.
Yeah, really good punish so far on the top lane. Arteezy getting just as much as 33 out of this lane.
Yeah, much more even lanes this time around.
Denied.
Let's see bottom. Got the level 2 now on Crip.
Some great tossbacks. A lot of creeps there, too. Another ward is down. They'll switch their attention to it. Easy money. So another ward in this game is also going to be one thing we have to keep eyes on, because versus Storm Spirits, the damage reduction is pretty crazy how much that another ward is going to do in later stages. Another
tossback.
Tanky, though.
Not enough damage to take out Skeeter.
Yeah.
He's fine. He's got plenty of stick charges as well.
But he's suffering. Even though he's been using stun to try to secure last hit from versus that Tide, because of that lane pull, 7-2 on the DK, 12-1 on Tidehunter. 33.
Not going to be able to dive him anymore. Saxa buying him a bit of time with that bushwhack.
TZ's got to be a little careful. The axes. He does have 9 wands. 9. Getting pushed out of lane. This is making the Bloodseeker super fast. And crits. Gotta maybe be able to toss Abed on top of him. He's trying.
I mean, this is going to be a fair bit of time that Nine's running around.
He's fully zoned out. And Arteezy just continues. This actually just might be better just leave him there, right? Because then Arteezy gets a huge benefit in the laning phase. It's nightfall. Left alone bottom for a moment.
Oh, he's a bit safer now with the Ring of Health picked up. Top. They're making another attempt on for 33.
Oh! He just...
Maybe my finger got twitched.
Pushback will end up missing.
Yeah, this should be an easy kill here for EG. They take out 33. The lane's looking like a whole lot better than this game one that we saw just now.
I think 33 maybe messed with Soxa a little bit there. Soxa threw the tree down to stun on it, and he cut the tree with the axes, so a little bit of anti-synergy coming out in that top lane.
Stupid.
All 3 lanes.
That's
Much better. And another one.
It's going to be another one here for EG. Oh, very bad. Doesn't matter. Arteezy dives in. Taking another kill on this top lane. Things going very well for the Bloodseeker Enchantress duo against the Beast and the Hoodwink. And over towards the river. Nine.
Radiant's
It's got a
bottom
shield
tower
crash.
is under attack.
Use the water rune. Will he be okay? Looks like he'll be okay. Continues to be dropped to very low HP though. So Bloodseeker, as we said, Arteezy benefiting from a lot, but at the very least for Tundra, Soxa will be able to fill that bottle.
He's having a dream time top. I mean, on bottom.
Great
Burst through Nightfall this time. Still hard. After that initial burst, not any sort of significant damage to come in afterwards. So Nightfall able to hang around on as low HP as he is in this lane.
Seeing this mid matchup, the Storm versus Pango, you'd expect it to be like this. The Storm getting this advantage, and Nightfall again.
I mean, he's really pushing it down there.
He should. Does just get out range drop again. Yeah, looking at the Storm, having such a good game, and looking at Tundra's heroes, the one thing I could see become a bit of a problem maybe is just blocking him down. I think that's why they went to that DK last pick, to have a immediate stun for him, because Bushwhack and even Roar, some of these spells can be a bit telegraphed. You can kind of play around them as Storm, so...
Yeah, it's going to be down to the blink timings on Nine and Skeeter.
So it could end up being a really good game for Abed because of that. Even though we were talking about how Tundra, their group up is really strong, Abed, if he's able to get a good lead, could just break the group up from getting pickoffs on side lanes always. Crit. Continuing to pull waves. I mean, this one's a little bit weirder.
Get the catch on the mid. All right, Abed.
All right.
He was not ready for that one. Saxa just catches him with a bushwhack. Yeah, he did not expect that at all, Abed. That's a very big kill there for them to get, especially after such the start that Abed was having in that lane.
Gets the Pango back into the game. He's going to have...
Yeah.
He gets the rune because of it too, so now he's got Illusion to keep his presence on the map, stays full HP.
I gotta be careful.
Huge catch.
Yeah, you gotta be ready for this Hoodwink sneaking around the map.
Especially the Soxa Hoodwink,
Yeah,
right?
He'll always be there.
He's probably the best Hoodwink to me. Like him and maybe Jinq. I'd probably give it a Jinq, but him and Soxa are excellent on the heroes. He's good to set up kill Skeeter.
I mean, Abed's going for an aggressive move bottom. He's gonna have to use that last bit of mana to get away as Saxa TP's in.
You don't have the damage. Like Storm already got small nerfs and stuff, but into Pugna Ward as well. Like your damage is a lot weaker than before. Ravage.
Gonna commit back in for Saxa. Got the pullback with the Vortex. Saxa, he's still alive though. Abed could not quite finish him off. And now still incredibly low mana. Abed, he's in a whole lot of trouble here. He'll get taken out.
That was definitely the damage nerf, right? That was like the overload damage nerf from 10 damage. Also the Pugna Ward being placed down to negate some of that Saxa lives with just a sliver of HP. And that was Ravage committed.
That was Ravage used and nothing being gained there for EG. They themselves only losing their mid. Crit will be able to find Saxa on the way back home.
Sneaky.
That's a sort of what, a couple of back-to-back deaths now for Abed. Now he's been slowed down. I mean, you look at where he's standing down the net worth. He's now lowest out of the cores in this game.
After having a pretty much flawless lane phase for the first 5 minutes. So, yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And he does have to play into that DK instant stun, so that's also going to be one thing that could be problematic. And yeah, just damage reduction. Really, Nether Ward is something that is just such a good ability right now, especially versus heroes like Storm.
So having a look around those power runes. Abed will get a good one.
Okay.
Got the arcade and he's ready to make moves with it. He's straight in. They've got the avalanches, the blood right, snaking at 9. Very much dead here. And maybe with the bone they can turn things. Snaking's still alive. We'll get another blast out, but he will still fall. EG get the 2 kills as Abed very quick to make that movement. And this time backed up by a squad and in a much safer area to fight. They don't have any trouble getting those 2.
Great collapse. Yeah, I love that Arteezy even comes in, sees the Pango, throws a Rupture, doesn't care, just wants to get involved a little bit more early. Now they're even getting tower pressure. Saw the Enchantress take over a range creep.
I do have the Roar now.
This tower is almost going down.
I mean, they're TPing in, but see how much Snaking can really do to slow down this push. Gotta be careful. I mean, Chris trying to get in with the toss. It's there. Heads them back over towards Abed. They've got the pullback with the Vortex. Abed is taking a lot of damage. He's dead. He is dead indeed. They get the kill on Snaking, but losing Abed, they will take a lot of damage from the ward. To use his final few spells to get that kill.
9. Can't quite finish off the Enchantress, but yeah, just gotta keep saying it. You know, Pugna Ward versus Storm. Right there, you saw how much it was able to do. Abed, another death. Even though they're able to get this tower, it does get denied.
Top they catch Jerax. See if he's able to walk this one off. TPs are coming in, and that will mean that 33 can't commit further. Now Abed, zip across, and with the help of Arteezy and a Bloodbright, and take out 33.
9 looks like he found himself a solo kill onto the Tiny. Abed just being super active. Kind of how he always plays on the Storm. But turning up to literally everything.
And that absolutely can work out if Arteezy's getting the space stand at the top. So far, so good here from him on the Bloodseeker.
And Enchantress now has the level 3 enchant. Has had it since the level 5, so now he can take those big creeps to be able to continue pressuring. Abed.
Over here now.
On top, they've got the Roar and Artor.
Do they have follow-up? Doesn't quite look like it.
Tower is under attack.
And what's that? Bottom does look like it's going to be a DD. So rune control now for Abed.
Immediate smoke up.
Getting better.
Get something going here. They'll pop the runes straight away.
Smoke from Tundra too. They're going to scan. They'll find Jerax. Should be able to kill him with the Pugna as well as that Pango.
Yeah, they got a good amount. Some magical damage. Bottom lane, they'll collapse in onto Skeeter. They're going to get out of the blood right. They'll still have enough damage to take him out here. Abed and Arteezy continuing to join forces very early on in this game and make these moves, getting Artor incredibly involved.
And making sure that they continue to give Abed this rune control. I think that's one of the most important things. The Storm Spirit is just playing around these 2-minute runes so you can pressure with your nulls. So I did see both the Enchantress and the Tiny crit. We're checking that. So I just want them to continue doing that. Honestly, just keep playing around the mid lane for the most part, just checking those. Right now they'll sit bottom to get this tower. But yeah, keep enabling the Storm.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom
has got the 6 now.
This is really early towers for EG's lineup. Even though they have the Enchantress, just able to set up like this when Tundra's gone for these like safer lanes with this DK safe lane. Yeah, this is pretty huge. As Arteezy and Maelstrom's about to be done, all the way at the top.
Absolutely, and once he has that Maelstrom, compared to the carry DK, he'll be able to farm quite a bit faster, at least until the shards there, of course. Once Skeeter hits the 15 minutes, then he'll be able to keep on on track with the Bloodseeker, but until that point,
Dire's top
RTZ
tower is
should
under
continue to
attack.
take over and stay at the top.
And he's always going to have the better core-to-core matchup versus DK because he gets his shard, and then he's versus the strength, and he's versus Pango too for his rupture because that's going to be the main target that he's able to go for every time. Yeah, it's looking good for RTZ. Tundra's lineup is not, it does not have the traditional carry. They want to be more about that group up and go once they get once they feel comfortable with 1 or 2 item timings. But EG after this great laning phase has definitely slowed that down.
Trying to get into Tundra's triangle.
Come on, sprites.
Tundra doing their best to hold EG back from this area. And EG still want to get involved. Abed. They want to fight aggressively. They have Ravage.
Okay.
So it's now hard for Tundra to really step up and push EG away from their Ancients.
It's fully scouted though from Hawk. And that is a defusal for 9. So
Dire's top
the
tower is
Tidehunter has to be
under attack.
very careful right now. Nightfall. Could just get oomed. Jarax. This is a almost burst, but he actually gets pushed.
It's just not fair.
Still get taken out of him. Maybe EG could do something in return. They'll get the jump over the 9. There's the Ravage, no holding back for Nightfall. Needs to keep
Top tower is under
that
attack.
lockdown going on to 9. The roar is there onto Abed and a pushback. They're going to be able to chase down probably both of these. He has got the hood. If it's going to be enough to get Nightfall out of this. Another round of the axes, and Tundra, the 4th, just running down this tide.
They got him.
They'll burn him out. They'll even be able to pick up their bounty rune on top of it.
Another Ravage, and it only ends up getting the Pango.
Dire's
Tundra's
middle
able to strike
tower
back, and
is
it's right
under
around mid.
attack.
So the DK form, able to just hit the
Dire's
mid tower too, and
top tower.
Jarax
For the twins.
shows himself.
Nature attend us.
Nice uses with the Wild Wing. That's 2 times now that he's been able to do that.
Absolutely, yeah. He's shoving himself to the side.
Yeah, totally clever.
These follow-ups.
Crit, trying to get a toss back, can't find the target though.
No, Abed wants to fight. The ward is down, so they've got to get rid of that ward quickly. Jarax, he'll get on top of that. Abed's still got plenty of mana, but there's the full 5 of Tundra around it. And no Ravage, of course, on Nightfall. It's a hard fight for EG to push into now.
Yeah, Tundra can definitely look to fight this one. There's no Ravage, but
The Avalanche, the Rupture 9. They'll try and get the Thunder going, but the toss is there. They'll burst through the Pango. Run down Snake King. RTZ, very, very speedy. They'll settle with just the 2 of them. A good 2 kills for EG and no losses themselves this time.
great layering of spells. I mean, the Avalanche, the stun, the combos, perfectly done so that the Pango can't get his Rolling Thunder off. Even though Snake King was healing him. EG continuing to impress in this game. Only a 1k gold lead for the time being, but being able to be the aggressors, even take over the enemy triangle is huge at these moments.
Absolutely, and as we say, with their heroes, very good potential for them as the game goes on.
Yeah.
This Bloodseeker, you know, it's a good game for a carry Bloodseeker, and RT's
Great
having
game.
a fantastic start.
Yeah, if he's able to get the timings, right? If he gets the Scotty, if he gets the Shard, and the BKB, whatever, it's going to be almost impossible for Tundra to win the games. So that we see this perfect layering of the stuns, the Avalanche, waiting till the Rolling Thunder is almost done, the toss. Yeah, really nicely done from Crit and Abed. Speaking of Crit,
One of them can take it down.
Never easy.
Can have that big old burst here off the back of the ultimate, but it isn't enough. Crit's able to walk it off, and Jarax is there to keep him safe.
yeah, Skeeter. This is the safe lane DK as well too. Look at his items. Feels a bit awkward.
Yeah, you just got to expect that Tundra, they're going to have to find all the plays once he has the blink done on the shard. Like that is going to be Tundra's go time. If they're not killing heroes with the blink and the shard done on Peter, it's going to be tough.
He showed his face.
That's 33 at his side, but again, the control is too much. Crit, well, he's also going to be able to step away in time as RTZ clears out the boars. EG getting these kills,
Radiant's
not
top
losing
tower
anything
is under
themselves.
attack.
Tundra's not
Radiant's
really
structures
looking to
are
group up
fortified.
almost at all, it seems like, and they just keep getting picked off from the Storm Spirit. Abed has really got their number right now. Abed and Crit just playing together onto this Pango. Look at Jarax. He's like, okay. Take out most of this tower here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tomato Revenge. And he'll finish it all by himself.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
That definitely poses a bit of a concern, right? Tundra can't even go to set up for an Enchantress who's solo taking because of the control that EG has of the map. They see the Tidehunter in the
Dire's
area, so they don't
bottom
even
tower
want to
is
go
under
near
attack.
up top. Probably expecting more.
Yeah, how we do another? Mosquito should nearly have his blink right.
What's he to do?
Looking towards Nightfall, but this
He cut the tree.
It's a hard hero to go on as well.
He quelling that instantly. He knew it was coming in.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, till the blink on the DK, they don't have good ways to start the fight still. They have Roar, they have this Hoodwink, but as we've seen multiple times, EG's prepared for it.
And it's, you know, that potential move's going to be held back again, of course, with the Elder Dragon form pop there. He's going to have the blink done, but Skeeter's still going to have to wait for over a minute until he's really ready to commit once more with the blink and the next round of Dragon form.
And Arteezy just continues to free farm. And as we said, his matchup is just going to get better and better as game continues.
Because so you get the BKB, then the Shard.
BKB Shard Scotty, or BKB Scotty Shard, depending on... I mean, he has a couple options, honestly, this game. But those I would imagine would be the best. Maybe he wants to throw a Basher into the mix at some point, too, but... If the grab wasn't out of range of the life train, though, but he'll kill himself trying to use the heal.
Yeah, it was sort of stuck in that place where, do I die to the burn or die to trying to get the heal off? Dead either way there, Jerax. He chooses the ward way out. Broken. He's going to pop the Ravage. I don't think he's going to be able to walk away from this. Oh, he's not. Maybe it would have been worth holding on to the Ravage in that situation.
They go Roche? Do they just
there's no even if Nightfall was to have that buyback, no threat of a Ravage. So
okay,
Tundra, this is go time. They've got the blink on the DK. They're ready to get kills.
They're looking for kills instead. Jerax just respawns.
Oh dear.
And will die immediately.
Dire's
Quick move from
middle
Tundra,
tower is
trying to take
under
advantage
attack.
of Ravage being cooled down.
Well, that's the thing. I think this is going to continue for the whole time that Ravage isn't available. They're going to see Tundra go, go, go.
We are seeing Op-Ed though, and Arteezy did still just continue to free farm, but as we said, yeah, Roche, the next thing on the menu. And that should pretty much be Helm of Overlord done. I think just about. Yep. And as the panel did mention, yes, a 3% increase on that lifesteal.
Roshan has fallen into the Radiant.
Is there some epic Roshan music we got going on right now?
Someone pressed the wrong button. Splax! Get him off the desk.
I thought it was actually for the Roshan kill. I was like, wow, that was really epic. I guess that's the new...
We got new music coming in. I was just glad it wasn't electricity. I was like, hang on, what's happening? We haven't got a storm in this game, but...
Aggressive ward placed down.
Oh, there we go.
Again, Jerax just back to back to back.
It's hard for him now. I mean, you said it yourself. When the Enchantress comes out early in the draft, you know they're going to pick heroes that can blow you up, and that's very much the case here from Tundra's lineup. They get one sort of catch, they've got no struggle killing a support Ench.
Yeah, they picked the Ench into the Pugna. Pugna, one of the better ones to actually kill that Ench. Are seeing this timing. The group up now for Tundra. Starting to kick in. Got the Helm, they've got the Aegis, they've got their blinks and initiations ready.
Yeah, they're not slowing down.
No.
They're not slowing down. You're going to see Tundra continue to just play into the faces of EG.
Nice little inhibit there from 9. As we know, inhibit versus the diffusal versus neutral creeps. It holds them in place rather than just being slow.
And EG, they will have a solid chance of fighting back, of course, against this pressure, because both BKBs are now done. Arbed and Arteezy have got them online.
Okay.
And I imagine Ravage should be up fairly shortly.
Should be 15 seconds or so.
Yep.
They can definitely look to take a fight. Tundra smoked on their side.
Yeah, they can still fight, even if Tundra, they do have sort of that Aegis. EG aren't scared to take a fight.
I think he'll show himself.
Go for Nightfall. Tim Nightfall's never even lived long enough to get the Ravage out. They're holding him in position with the Roar. Arbed jumping on the backline, but Nightfall is out of the fight. Arbed commits to the BKB onto 33. They bring down the Beastmaster. 9 looking towards Arteezy. Jump off the cliff, but Arteezy's getting a bit of a clear up hit. Double kill, triple kill. They can't deal with his Bloodseeker right now, as they've lost 4, and there's the Aegis taken out of the hands of 9. He's going to try and jump forward aggressively, in fact, with the swashbuckle. And can 9 and Skeeter still keep this fight going? I don't think they can. Crits him with the toss. 9's in underneath the tower and into the reach of Arteezy. He'll jump out with the swashbuckle. The disarm. Can they finish him? He needs one more hit here from Jerax. There it is. Impetus back up. 9 goes down. And indeed, EG not scared at all to take that fight. They're in with the BKBs, and we're absolutely seeing how strong Arteezy can be on the Bloodseeker in these sort of fights at this stage with those first 2 major items done.
Just picked up the Brigand's Blade, I believe, before that fight too. So his damage started going through the roof real quick, and that's all without Ravage. I think it just came up as he got hit by that last shield crash and died to his good control from Tundra, but either way, EG hold the ground and Arteezy able to just stick on targets easily.
Yeah, it was a sort of good opening from Tundra, indeed, just all out onto the Tide, eliminating the threat of the Ravage. But yeah, these BKB reveals from Arteezy and Arbed, too much for Tundra to deal with, even with those 2 lives on 9.
So much damage that he's doing. Back into it.
Oh, Nightfall. So he's getting in there.
Wow.
I don't know how he got there that quickly, but Tundra, they were able to push him back as quickly as he stepped out.
Yeah, they keep just using the hoodwink thing to break him, so he can't actually reset himself away.
Oh, can they get the jumpers? Not quite.
That's 3 simultaneous smokes almost, it feels like, for Tundra in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's battle time here from both squads.
Yep. No Tide for 30. They want Arteezy.
See if Skeeter can get that jump. Oh, Jerax.
They'll see if that ward, the same ward from before, gonna catch him again.
Just.
I'll see how much of a push they can get going here. Tier 2 are already starting to fall.
Dire's middle tower has
Tundra,
fallen.
they're able to definitely create quite a few of these openings. A few times now when Nightfall has died, and just with the Tide gone,
Dire's middle
Tundra,
tower is
they'll
under
push for
attack.
these objectives and they'll get them. A second tier 2 taken in 22 minutes in.
It really limits the map a lot. Arteezy, we see he purchased the shard. He's got that Basher queued up next, but he's not able to
Dire's
farm too
bottom
safely.
tower is
Also,
under
to point out, too, he went for stats, by the way. So, level 1 Blood Right. Bit interesting when he's playing versus, like, Pango. I guess he just wants to be tankier and stuff like that, but
Dire's
yeah, kind of cool.
bottom tower has fallen.
The silence is very valuable versus, like, a hero like the Pango, but he just wants to be doing all that right-click damage and just be tankier as well, too, which will help.
Okay, yeah.
I've seen a couple people do that on carry heroes, especially like the Void. We saw 1 point in time dilation for a long time and them doing stats and stuff like that.
Yeah, and interesting because I guess with the talent you always pretty much take the spell amp anyway. Because I would have wondered if he was going for the stats, you would want the attack speed, but it's just what's really nice on his other cores. And
Oh, he did take the spell amp.
he took the spell amp right, and he went
cool.
for the stats. So
Yeah, that's actually. I mean, he can just throw it on the storm.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So,
right, he's
yeah.
going to make Arbed super strong.
Yeah.
With that plus 8%, and so it's a lot of boost.
And we're about to have the timing. 1 minute. Those nulls, they'll kick in.
Dire's bottom tower
So yeah, Blood
is under
Rage plus
attack.
these nulls will make it really powerful.
And an arcane.
Arcane
Oh,
DD.
there we go.
It's like the holy trinity right now of timings. 25 minutes about to kick in. DD, Arcane plus Blood Rage amplification. Let's see.
All right. So what did that sort of bring up the total spell amp to when you take that into account? That's what a
Dire's bottom tower is
38%.
under
Yeah.
attack.
That's quite some spell amp there. You can't buy that.
Definite one-shot territories
Yep.
with zips. And as you did see, most of the time it is attack speed taken. So it's just specifically for this scenario, switching it up a little bit.
And Arbed will get himself out next, another null, and then look towards that Aghanims. And then in itself, the sort of the amount of AoE
Dire's
control is going to be
bottom tower
insane.
is
These
under
vortexes
attack.
into the Blood Rights, the Ravages, team fight from EG, very, very strong.
Still 2K lead though. 100, they've done their damage, but okay, 25 minutes. Boom. Nulls are on. And he's got that Arcane as we mentioned, so.
And see if they, EG can get this fight going around Nightfall. They've got to be there by his side. Make sure that he can live long enough to get the Ravage out.
About to have his Ags too. So that's going to help Arteezy continue to go off in the fights too. So let's just get a gush on a couple of these heroes. Tundra, they'll continue to play as a unit for the most part. Sticking together. We see that Line, of course, going for Lincoln's next. Wanted to protect himself versus that Rupture. And multiple forms of initiation, of course, for Tundra too. One of the advantages I would say they have in some of these fights is with the vision and with the multiple forms of initiation and BKB disables. EG a little lacking on that. They do have the Tide and Tide and Tiny, great initiation, but not a BKB piercing disable on their side, just the Rupture.
Tower has fallen. Radiant's
And once
top
again, of
tower
course,
is
this
under
incredible
attack.
push from Tundra, meaning that they take down these objectives very easily. All tier 2s off the map now for EG, whilst they themselves yet to be able to take any tier 2 down on Tundra's side.
They do see Skeeter now, so I do expect the Tundra might be split up a little bit because of that TP. And they catch anything with it though. The scan does look feel successful.
And Nightfall's looking to step in on this.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Oh, lost his courier. Dragon.
Was able to get the items first though.
The Dragon's just gonna keep cutting this wave.
Yeah, who's sort of heading back to deal with the dragon? Because indeed, with this sort of micro, you'll easily be able to make sure that they may take a team fight.
Tundra's ready for it, though. Tundra's very prepared for this one. Looking to get a catch first.
Damage.
Can't quite. What is placed?
Now, I mean, who are you looking at to initiate here? It kind of has to be what sort of Storm zipping in, unless Nightfall's just simply able to walk up.
They can still do some tossback, rupture tossback plays and stuff too, but not the easiest. They're playing versus the Beastmaster, so overall EG will not have that vision to get the jumps first.
Let's get started.
As Tundra started to pull a bit ahead here on the goal.
I mean,
It's a 4K lead.
it's just they haven't got any creep waves to play with, so they're sort of hovering around to look for this play.
And now,
But even if they
base
get,
pressure.
even if they sort of get that play, unlikely they're able to push anything off the back of it straight away.
Radiant are scanning.
I'm
They
not opposed to
are
it.
gonna have to,
EG's
they're gonna have to trust
something.
this. Yeah.
EG's got to do something. They've been waiting a long time around the mid to
Dire's
make a
bottom
move.
tower is
It
under
never
attack.
fell into their hands here. Tundra avoiding it.
The tower is gonna die pretty soon. Abed will deal with it. But now they know Abed's in base, so now they're looking a little bit perhaps on Tundra.
And now, yeah, now can
Dire's
EG take a
bottom
fight 4
tower is
versus 5?
under
That might be
attack.
difficult.
Radiant's top
He's in
tower
pretty
is
far.
under attack.
Take the Hawk. So now Jarex has one of his orphans vision.
They'll get the kill. There's the Ravage, but already the BKB and the Royal Thunder were out. They have the control, and Arteezy is stuck in the river. Arteezy is dead. He's out for 70 seconds. And with their Bloodseeker gone, EG, they don't have a fight to take anymore. They've got to run. Capri goes down.
They played it perfect.
I mean, and now straight into Roche. EG, I think they're sort of getting in their own heads, right? We're seeing sort of Tundra outmaneuver them, and EG, they get split up. They're not quite prepared there for Tundra to take that fight to them. And once more, the Ravages are coming out, but Tundra, they're too quick with the reactions. You see them? Abed and Nightfall still trying to mess with them around the pit. Tundra, another zip forward. Abed really trying to challenge this Roshan attempt.
Still has the regen.
Can go for another one. He's in on the pit, and he's coming in for. He's able to do it. He gets the kill, he gets the Aegis, and he also gets out with that last bit of mana. Abed grabbing back with a huge move there after a very few sort of bad situations and scenarios for EG. Abed, I mean, if they lose that Aegis into the hands of Tundra, you know that Tundra's going to be pushing and probably taking at least a set of racks. So Abed keeping the sort of EG's side and check it.
Unneeded, yeah, much needed. Who got the shard? Didn't actually get to see who picked it up.
Now, where'd that go? Oh, we'll see here on the replay. So is Abed preparing? Actually, what is this?
I think this was before the fight or something. I'm not sure.
That,
So shard was 33. Okay.
all right.
Thank you.
Well, Sims may still have that 5k lead, Tundra. As I say, Storm with an Aegis can definitely give EG a pretty good possibility of taking a fight into these pushes that Tundra will probably still keep coming at EG with.
They're just getting a bit too much of an advantage versus this Bloodseeker. It's like these, like you said, the Ravages are coming up, but they're starting to get ways to deal with it. Even BKBs on Beastmaster and stuff too. So TG may be very far, and Abed may be able to snatch Aegises and stuff, but he is under. Now we need to. Okay, I was gonna say, what's it gonna be next for Arteezy to try to stop it from getting just fully chain stunned from this DK?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be Lincoln's.
He's got to have it. Yeah, these sort of stray stuns that come out. You know, once one of them hits, it's highly likely that Arteezy just doesn't get the opportunity to pop his BKB in these fights.
Very likely just gets 100 to 0 if he does get DK stunned.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are
Saxa.
fortified.
Looking for some sort of setup down bottom. See if the rest of Tundra want to join.
They're gonna set up. He's gonna try to get Arteezy here.
If he gets the opening, and will BKB immediately. As soon as he sees that tree, Arteezy's not messing around. Pops the BKB, walks away. Has to, absolutely there. If he gets caught in that opening stun, huge chance that he gets taken out.
Does Tundra look to do something with this timing now? BKB on cooldown for a minute.
Sure.
Their lane top is good. Mid needs to be addressed maybe a tiny bit, but could potentially look to do something with that cooldown. Finish it off. No money for nothing.
There we go. Aghanim's on the Storm.
Okay. So further forms of control. We have seen most of the times they do eat it as fast as they can, but right now he cannot. But yeah, we do see more of the control, and he's got the talent too. So that these things could be pretty helpful because that can also help them versus the Pango to control him. As we mentioned, the Pango went for the Lincolns, so to protect him versus Rupture, but won't protect versus that Ags pull. As yeah, we'll see it again, Abed. He just walks up. It's kind of funny the way it happens too, but nothing they can do to prevent it.
That was a very, very nice play there at a portion of the game where EG was starting to get shaken up a bit.
What need have I for
By
invisible?
Tundra's control.
Ooh, Abed. Feel a little bit of that pressure there, right? He's like, oh man, I really needed to steal this Aegis, so the game was probably just over. As we see Skeeter picks up his item, he's got his Ags level 19. We've got that Black Dragon online. More forms of just tankiness and protection. And we've got Black Dragon with this huge magic resist and also the Nether Ward reducing magic damage.
He's going to step in. The job, they're going to go fully out onto Nine. If they can bring down this Pango, they can. EG surround the Pangolier. Nine's gone.
Throwing literally everything onto him, but definitely worth it.
Let's see what they can get done with this.
60 seconds.
Where's the creep waves out at the moment? Top lane's being pushed out by Tundra.
Dire's
They
top
got good
tower
vision
is
down now
under
too.
attack.
They've controlled the triangle area. And Tundra perhaps feel a little hesitant to make a move of their own because of that Aegis on the Storm. 30 seconds left on it though. Very close game though this time
Dire's
around.
courier has been killed.
Oh, that's big.
That is the goal.
Lincoln's taking out Snaking, able to find it.
It was still about 800 gold short of it, but without a doubt he's going to get that gold quicker than the respawn of his courier, so all in all will mean a delay to that pickup.
This could be a timing here for Tundra again. Respawning on the Pango soon. Tidehunter Ravage is going to be gone still, and the Aegis also will be gone, so could potentially look to smoke out if they do have their lanes in good positions. Right now they're not in the best. They're trying to force out them, but I'm adding EG. He's doing the Aegis. Yeah, he's using the Aegis regen.
Using that last bit indeed. Tundra's back in at 9. He's going to go straight away with Rolling Thunder. EG, they've got a run. Jarrett probably going to get left behind here. As 9, we'll see if we can catch anything more, but Ahmed making sure that he's far, far away there.
Giving Skeeter the illusions. So that's going to help them split push those lanes out pretty decently. As we've seen EG continue to keep the lanes in a good spot for themselves.
Solid item choice for 9 coming up next as well. He wants the Eon Disc, making sure that EG can't get away with that sort of commitment to just blow him up at the beginning of a fight.
Does feel perfect. I think if he doesn't die right at this fight, they just win.
He's able to get out with a BKB. Now it's over the Rupture to try and hold back Skeeter, but still the hits are coming in hard. Arteezy, BKB comes to an end, and so does his life.
He's an honorable death.
Skeeter just able to stick on him. The Rupture doing nothing.
And there's no way to get to him. It's pretty far out there, Artur, and the BKB alone at this stage, it won't save him.
The best possible catch they could find as Aegis is getting reclaimed and no Ravage. It will just get on top of Arteezy. Look at the top net worth, by the way. I don't think it's something that you would expect, but 33 as the Beastmaster because of his microing.
It really is. We've seen how much he's been cutting the waves, just clearing out creep after creep. He's got sort of 250 CS here on the Beastmaster.
And now he's got an Orchid. Bit of a cool pickup, but whenever those BKBs will be down, it's going to be amazing. And also just versus Tidehunter.
And a very nice one, little Lincoln's breaker.
This is very true.
Another push. It could be coming in pretty big here. 30 seconds, no carry for EG.
Dire's top tower
Likely
is
just be a
under
Rax. Ravage is actually back up. See what they can do. Now look how tanky this DK is too. Next to that Granite Golem, 4,400 HP.
Ahmed teasing at them with the Vortex.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Tundra being a bit hesitant.
And Arteezy's back up in
Dire's top
10.
barracks are under attack.
Pushing versus the Storm can be a bit difficult. They don't want to just lose a support to just a zip. Will reset themselves.
Yeah, they don't want to lose a fight as well this close to the Roshan respawn.
They gained so much ground though. That pickoff was absolutely massive. Like, it feels like Skeeter just finished his Ags, and now he has another 3,000 something gold. 9 just finished the Aeon Disc, he has another 2,000 something gold. They all just picked up so much from finding RTZ.
Yeah, and the sort of combination of what's coming out, you know, once that AC's there, you throw that into the pushing power that Tundra have, and if EG lose another fight and people don't have buybacks, 2 racks, maybe even the game's going down. RTZ bottom lane having to put that BKB as soon as he sees 9. He just cannot take any sort of chances. He's got to play it safe. Lincoln's is now out and delivered towards him.
If he had the Lincolns before, he might not have died bottom. Like, he wouldn't have got caught by the initial stun. So him losing that courier earlier was definitely pretty relevant.
No, absolutely, yeah.
And the lane pressure we see that's happened now because of it. RTZ dead for 70. We see all lane is now shoved onto EG's side. They're getting a bit stuck inside of their base now. Tundra free farms them out. More forms of initiation too. 33's got Blink queued up when he's able to get it.
Yeah, I mean, that honestly is going to be the huge terror here for RTZ. If he's in with a Blink or Keep Raw, it's, you know, he can do that very, very quickly, 33. So RTZ has to be as prepared as ever to put that BKB as soon as, you know, Tundra even sort of breathe in his direction. You know, he's got to be ready to react. They have to get the initiation, really. They have to start the fight. They have to delete one of the heroes on the side of Tundra, but 9, as you mentioned, he had Aeon. He's trying to come in here, but he's able to get that BKB and the ult off.
His team's
and,
tough.
yeah, he's not going to teach you out of this one. He's going to stick around. Nightfall pops the Ravage. It will only connect onto the Pugna. A Snaking. He's even going to be able to continue walking this one off. They won't even be able to finish off him. So unfortunately for EG, another move where Ravage used and nothing gained.
And look at the Roche timer. 44 seconds. Ravage used. Tundra's just going to be able to walk in there.
Yeah, Tundra's feeling very comfortable right now, and comfortable enough to just get straight back in for an aggressive move.
They don't know that timer, though. So first what they're going to do is smoke up, look for a fight. Since that Ravage is down, they have an Arcane on 9. Even though he doesn't have Rolling Thunder, he's feeling strong.
RTZ. He's going to be ready to react. The shield crash, there's the BKB. We're trying to commit it onto 9 with the Aeon Disc. Will keep 9 safe. He's off to the side. RTZ now the remainder of this BKB has to run. They break the Lincoln, they got the roar, they lock down the Bloodseeker. RTZ still trying to run. His rest of his team will keep the distance for him to back off. Chase, Swashbuckle, jump forward. Jar, the Skeeter is burning them down. They've got the stun control on Jax, but RTZ will live. They're able to get him out of there.
I think RTZ was going to get caught by that Bushwhack, but anyway, 9. Now the ult.
I mean, Abed's stepping in on this. It's a 3-man vortex. Snaking and stacks up, getting very low, but 9 and 33 off to the side. Take out Abed. 2 buybacks already coming out from EG. RTZ's trying to run in on this, but his BKB is still on cooldown for 30 seconds. The Linkers has been broken. RTZ's got to back off. Big hit coming in with the ultimate from Saxon. They'll force Nightfall back up to the high ground. There's a couple of buybacks here coming in from EG. Not able to find any kills. Tundra still stand all 5 alive.
Like, the damage that came out onto Abed there, just focused fully from 33 and 9, just, dies almost instantly. RTZ also, I think he's very lucky to get out of that fight.
I thought, yeah, it looked like he was dead for sure, but his team able to save his life.
And now that Roche is back up. Tundra's just playing the macro game too good this time around. EG, they had a pretty decent, it felt like they had a pretty decent shot in this at some points in this game, but now these last like, what, 10, 12, 15 minutes, Tundra's just playing it perfect.
Yeah, they're making it look impossible for EG. And now
there's going to be a refresher shot, probably for 9.
I mean, 9's also got his refresher orb done.
Oh, okay, so then maybe gave the refresher shard to the Beastmaster.
I think so. A couple of roars, even a couple of silences. He could just throw out the 2 roars to lock down RTZ.
He definitely could. They're just hunting now. They know how much stronger they are. Storm still dead for 10 seconds.
That's the jump. And RTZ. I'm going to put that BKB to get out of there. He will. Crit. And also will manage to escape in time. And now the push comes in and more sort of tools added to that push where we have the leveler come out, I think, for Skeeter. Of course, the AC's done. Boots of Bearing picked up by Snaking.
The Witchbane on the Pango, the damage versus Storm is actually pretty massive. Also able to dispel, cleanse yourself and whatnot is really nice. I think CEG also found himself one, so... Skeeter's back.
He's going to put the BKB and 9's him with the Rolling Thunder, controlling the 3 of them. Skeeter's not quite dead yet. He's going to get healed up by Snaking. They couldn't kill the Dragon Knight. Skeeter too much of a target for them to deal with, even with him sort of going in close to the tier 4. 9. Overall, the basic mini kills on RTZ, but RTZ will manage to make it back into the fountain. They get the top and he's out of there.
Try a bit harder next time.
Oh, even inside of the fountain, they can't get him. I think they had the... I was gonna say, is Arteezy carrying the Witchbane? Because I saw they got one, but okay, he's using Penta. Because they could have dispelled the Aeon disc there potentially, maybe, and gone for it. I saw that...
No, they
didn't get it. It was on the other side. Okay, okay.
Yeah, Pango's got it.
Okay. I thought I saw one also drop from them. Maybe I'm blind or someone didn't grab it. I'm not sure. Okay. Thought they had grabbed it, but yeah, anyway, 9 lives, Aeon disc. EG looking to strike back with their Ravage. Tundra's all ready.
I mean, they are. It's got a huge Ravage for Nightfall. Did he get the jump? He's going to switch and watch. Quick dive for now. He's waiting for the opportunity, but he's been silent.
Look at Skeeter go.
They're having to back off. Arteezy wants to get down to put the BKB and TP out, but they've got the Raw to stop it. Arteezy, he'll go down.
Runs cold.
As EG, I mean, it really feels like for the last 15 minutes, they just cannot take the fight against Tundra. Tundra, they're starting to get this game into similar territory as game 1, where they're just in full control, and EG just cannot deal with them at this point.
Peter just walks up. He knows that they can't address him by any means. He just hits Arteezy. He's like, okay, come on. Throw spells at me. Especially now Aegis and all that, of course, but... Nightfall.
Yeah, they're in with the jump. He's got the BKB. He'll head back to the fountain.
Peter's starting to hit you at 4s, though.
Dire's middle tower
Creep wave.
has fallen.
I mean, with all the tools they have, they can sort of push through that backdoor protection. With everything taken into account, all these buffs. Look at that. What is it? Backdoor protection. What is it? Tundra do not care. They're taking this down just as quickly as some lineups would without a backdoor.
They're gonna keep going. Yeah. We don't need creeps. On to the next.
I mean, they pretty much have the ideal lineup in terms of sort of damage you can offer through that. They're just shredding the buildings. There's no sort of... The damage, the big one. That's coming, but immediately the wall's out onto Arbed. Arbed getting locked down.
Another one.
The wall there with a refresher. Arbed's taken out. Both him and Arteezy buying back. EG, this is going to be potentially a last attempt to try and find the fight. A third buyback coming in. They'll catch 9. If they can get anything more, they need to. EG, they've invested a whole lot into holding this fight. A big zip from Arbed. Able to get the grab on Saxa. So 3 buybacks, all cause of EG buying back there. They are only able to get the 1 kill, so a very expensive defense coming out from Evil Geniuses.
1 Soul Rack surviving, but Tundra looks like they're going to go back in and clean it up in a moment. Actually, they got the creep waves again. EG able to take them out. Smoked. I just keep watching Arteezy, like his BKB, the whole duration of his having kind of just to run away.
Yeah. And I mean, they've got to do this, EG. They invested so much into that defense. They have to go and look for kills.
And Stocks is there to break it with his little camouflage.
It's going to turn. It's going to be a buyback for 9. Tundra, they know with the buyback used on EG, if they get one of these cores, it's going to be game over. Well, Arteezy. BKB still caught out for 12 seconds.
He's caught. So
they're in with the control. That's going to be a GG. It's cool. As Tundra will take game 2, and with that, they'll get themselves both wins in this series. 2-0 again.
Bit of a better showing this time, EG, for the first 20 minutes, but last 20 minutes of the game was all Tundra. Just playing perfectly around the cooldowns. Knew exactly which targets to go for, right? Like, just toying with Nightfall a couple times.